Where's number 2?
Today's
Should be the
MLS.
No. Oh, this is the MLS?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and it actually worked out really well because she brought up a good thing today, and she probably mentioned it to you guys. But perfect considering I was MLS. So in general, yeah. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into today's stuff. So over.
What dashboard are you on?
Just MLS, basic. Okay. So up here, you can see that we're. I can't believe we're on our 4th time around. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Nope.
So time is flying. So originally
We have 2 more for the year.
yeah, it's awesome. Originally, because of what Michelle had brought up, I was going to do the creative searching part up front.
Okay.
So, and then Mom, it's funny how everybody today brought up all these MLS questions, so it's really perfect. So let's go ahead and skip number 1, and we'll jump to number 2.
Okay.
And this is one of the best screens to use in general, okay? For so many reasons.
Duh.
So up top, as far as your dash, since you can control which ones you have up there, contact management is one of the best tabs to have at your disposal. Okay? Alright, and this is great, so yeah, update stuff. Don't have value markers. Remove.
Now, how
Okay.
often, because, you know, when you look at who you have in here, and it's like, I don't remember that person. Who's this person?
Oh, I did remove.
You know, and it's like, is it okay to, on a regular basis, kind of clean it up?
Sorry.
So how did you do that?
It just pops up automatically.
Oh.
Okay, so what was that, Mom?
I was wondering how often we should actually go through, because I mean, I look at these people that I've had for almost, well, for 4 years,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Yeah, exactly. This is why contact management is so important, because without getting your portal updates and actually you getting a copy of each of those emails, you're gonna lose track of who these are, what they're looking for, and how they're doing it.
yeah.
And so it really is part of the main things that you should be checking in on a regular basis. But there's so many other different benefits too. Okay, so like for example, Mom today was wondering, a person had a new email address, right? And so obviously we automatically think of the searches we have set up. But in contact management, when you update their email address, it automatically updates through all their searches and everything. So it's a one-stop shop for so many reasons. So for example, I think, okay, Jason, for example, is one of my clients who's looking on a regular basis, okay? And right off the bat, you see so much, right? Like, what do you think is kind of valuable to know right off the bat from this big screen?
How, when's the last time he looked,
Yep.
and what he was looking at?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. And you see how many times
He
he's
saw the
Subscription
same
viewed,
listing.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna select this new kid.
Right? So you could actually see email activity viewed 14. So if we click on, for example, these 11, unfortunately,
Oh, on the ones that he viewed?
yeah,
You just
okay.
look at what they're viewed.
So unfortunately, those are gone. Anyway, so email, oh, that's the email activity, sorry about that. Okay, so activity here, click on here, you can actually see in the last 30 days what they've done, okay? So viewed listings down here, here you go. You can actually see how many times he's viewed them, so many things. So for example, if I was gonna reach out to him, on the 25th seems like a very good one. He's looked at it 11 times, 12 times, Sharon. I mean, all 5 of those he's looked at least 10 times. Kind of cool, right? So searches and subscriptions. So here's the other part, because as time changes, prices change, for example, right? How many people did you have set up for portals in like 2010 at 150,000? Those things probably are not getting any homes today.
Right.
So updating.
Well,
them
except for intent, because I have $150,000 townhouse and he's still getting plenty of hits.
Yeah. Well, right now, and it's a townhouse for under 200,000. Anything under 200,000, lots and lots of hits. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got. I put that home back active last night late, and we had 2 showings today. I mean, because it's right at the 200,000 mark. So it's, yeah, absolutely. So when it comes to the subscriptions, this is searches and subscriptions. This is one of the weird things that gets so passed over, I guess you can say, and it is so useful. All right. For example, I'll give 3 prime examples. Okay, we have what people want. Okay, so let's just say, throw out the average home people looking for.
3 bedroom, 2 bath.
3 bed, 2 bath. Okay.
Open floor plan.
Okay.
Pool.
Great room. Exactly. Okay. Pool. Yep.
Patio.
Okay. Yep. All right. Probably 2-car garage at least.
North-south exposure.
Okay.
Ha ha ha. Solar. That was just a joke. That was just a joke.
Now, square feet wise,
At least what, maybe 1,800?
1,800. Yeah.
Oh,
All
I
right.
don't have that.
Yeah.
What is that as?
Which one? Sorry.
After 2 car.
Oh, north south. Sorry.
Exposure.
Oh, exposure. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right.
I thought it was saying no solar.
Yeah, no solar, exactly. Now, with this final question, what is the price?
$10,000 more than your client said.
What? Ideally, like 250 to 275, exactly, right? Okay. So, what would most agents do with this?
They'd set up a search that includes all of that, and they're
Yeah.
failing to get the location.
Kind of, but I just left the location kind of blank because it could be, location could be anywhere. But yeah, if they're looking Scottsdale, that'll play a factor. If they're looking Surprise, that'll obviously play a factor.
Well, what is location? Location in real
exactly.
estate.
That
Right.
example had a lot of Phoenix. We should.
Which one?
Okay, I'm
The
still
last one
back,
where it
I'm
had,
still
oh,
back
yeah,
with
more
than 10
subscriptions.
was- Yeah, he had a lot
Where
of
are we
Phoenix
going?
and
Jason
Scottsdale.
specifically looking in Phoenix, exactly. Yeah.
How we doing?
So there's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah.
At a glance.
All
Yeah.
right, so you're wanting us to
Absolutely.
kind
No,
of
no,
go
hold on,
create a
hold on,
search with
hold
you?
on, no,
Okay.
hold on. Let me take back control. Okay, so all right, so I'm just inputting the search that we discussed to show a point
Oh,
here in a
okay,
second. So
okay.
give me 1 quick second here. 3 bedrooms. We said what? 2 baths. I mean, if you want to do it in 2, follow along. That's fine. But I'm not. You don't have to.
If it's a young family, they don't mind having a 2-story.
All right, so
Older folk, we like single.
there you go. That's the other one too. Yep, single story. So let's go ahead and throw that one in there. Max 1. Okay. So that'll narrow it down pretty good. 338. Okay.
Did you
So we got up to
did you get the garage
275.
and pool and
Not, I haven't gotten
explosion?
pool yet. So exactly. Okay. So coming down to the pool, we're gonna go from 338 to not very many at all. Boing, boing, boing. Diving pool sounds good. Heated pool. Not no pool. Private pool sounds good. So we're down to 28 homes.
Okay.
Okay. All
And
right.
how do you
Now.
get a north-south exposure?
Under the bottom search, I think it's under exposure. Boom, property description. There we go. And that's the creative searching part.
It has a north, is that, did it say north, I can't see that, did it say north-south exposure?
Yep, see it.
Exactly.
Perfect, because I was searching vacants today and I've never,
Yeah. So here we go. So yeah, we got 12, right? So it would obviously make 100% sense to save this search for your client. It fits what they want to a T, right? But are they going to get many updates or anything like that?
What was the last part?
Are they going to get many updates?
no, because you knocked it down to,
12, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense that we would set up a portal so that way they can check out all of these. We would set up the subscription so that way they will get any updates about these.
Okay.
But what are some options that we can do on top of that that would help them out probably and still what?
Okay, so when they look at one a number of times, say they looked at this one 7 times, right? You can just do an MLS search, put that number in and do an area search and give them the properties around it too.
Perfect. That's a great example. Getting creative, thinking outside the box to supplementally help them help themselves.
Yeah.
Exactly, okay? So with this one, what can you do? A lot of people want to spend $275. Can they spend more? Should they spend more? I can't tell them what's right or wrong. Some people should stick to their budget and absolutely just buy what they can
Only
afford.
look
Other
at
people
what
would
they're
love to
qualified
stay
for.
here, but they really would be happier over here, and they really should spring for the nicer home. You know, budget things are budget things. Happiness is happiness. People can afford to be happy. They should. You know, it's one of those things. So, for example, a lot of people would, in a perfect world, spend less than $300,000. But to get the home that they're really looking for, need to spend a little more. So, would it be out of line to also set up a search for everything from $275 to $350, for example, just so they can see.
So a separate search to go, hey, if you like this, you might just like this a little better.
Yeah,
If it comes up that might be
Okay,
what we're
okay.
looking for,
yeah.
but you have to kind of notice that. You don't want to say, hey, like this.
So do the next price range as a separate.
As an example, yeah. Or if they really want this neighborhood, but nothing is available in that neighborhood, or it's out of their price range,
Oh, okay.
you could actually set up, do an exterior search within a mile, or keeping it within the school boundaries. You know, changing it up a little bit to expand their search and add a second subscription for it, right? And the benefit of that is that whenever they do go into it, let's go back to Jason, for example. Okay, now over here, when we go into his portal, I love that it's green, but. Okay, over here in the top left, you could actually see the 2 searches, right? He has an area search, but then a gated home search too, because he would really like to be in a gated community, but as long.
Their portal then.
Yep, and so he could go into any of these.
Hi.
Hello.
Come in. Hi, sweeties.
So, actually, sorry, it's not gated home. It's he really wants an RV gate.
Oh,
That's what it is. But if it can have an extra garage, that would be awesome. You know, so he wants RV gate / a big garage. That's what it is. So the garage is actually the upgraded search, because if you could have a full-blown RV garage setup, that's perfect with septic, not septic, but you know, with connections and stuff. That's what he's really doing. Yep. But if it at least has an RV gate, he'll be happy. So that's what that one is, right? And then inside their portal, you can see everything that we've done, right? So comps for the area. This is everything I've sent him. Like he liked this home, so I sent him comps for the area, some other options. And this is the other benefit of the portal. It keeps track of everything you send people. So like he wanted this home a while ago. He's got the comps. Look, I sent it to him on June 21st. Glad you can make it. Everything good?
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's
No,
re-
you're here.
I know. It's review time. What can you do? People have to express their feelings. You can't leave.
Yeah.
Sorry, time's up.
It's like it was crazy because you know the time and dates for people to do stuff, right? So Ashley, the girl I'm dating, Vanguard just had their reviews, and she's like, "Yeah, I have my review tomorrow," and I'm like, "Okay, tomorrow's Friday," and I'm like, "When's your review?" She's like, 4:30. I'm like, "Oh crap, that's not good. They're not? Your company's doing good, right? They're not doing layoffs or anything like that."
Like Friday at 4:30. I know.
Exactly. Like of all the time to do reviews, it's like.
I'm doing mine not on Friday with intent. They're today and tomorrow's. I have 8. I got through 3. I was supposed to get through 4, but we had a outage till noon. We had no systems till noon, so I wasn't able to get one done. so I'm behind, kind of where I live.
At least you got 3 done, so that's great.
Where's your cord?
Yeah,
Oh, in
Yeah.
the,
Blouse, that is beautiful.
thank you.
one of the.
So,
no, no.
we got, well, Mom made, your mom made, spinach
Quiche for you.
quiche.
Yay, mommy, thank you.
And we got pie, so there's plenty of food, so some of you guys
So
so
funny
There's
because-
chocolate cookies.
cookies.
Mom, you sent the fact that you made the quiche in a group text to me and Brooke, and she said thank you. She thinks you made it for her. And it's sitting here with me.
I know, I saw, see, I have 3 different phone numbers for Michelle.
Why?
And one of them I have
We
both
collect
her and Brooke on it, cause I send them Saturday morning updates.
What's that?
Got it, hobby.
Okay,
So,
Yes.
yeah, we could,
I
well,
will-
just make sure to take a piece home at least.
yes, take,
Alright, so
Thank you,
I'll, we kind of switched the orders because, yeah, we wanted to make sure that we covered some topics with you. So, pretty much we, just are here under client editing.
okay,
We skipped creative searching on purpose.
thank you.
So,
I need to set those up. I got your pickleball. I went back and I reread his email, and he also said fitness facility.
Oh.
So
Okay.
we gotta go through and see.
So
Any-
you found
pretty much
more
any
with
of
the
them that will have a
pickleball?
pickleball
Yeah.
will
That's
have
what
a
I,
fitness.
that's
Yeah.
intuitively what I thought, but I didn't know if that was like a fact.
Because I was wondering in the
I
creative
ventured,
search, if,
yeah.
if we put in pickleball, what would it be?
That's where we're gonna come back to. Okay, so let's finish up this contact management stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
So, what, go ahead, do what you're gonna do.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna get some.
when it comes to clients, oftentimes, like one of the classic stereotypes is a champagne taste on a beer budget, right?
Yeah.
So obviously we will do their champagne search and enter their beer budget, which will provide little to no returns. And then we will we can do a beer budget search, so that way they actually see what's in their budget. And then you can do the champagne search, right? So
Yes.
on any given client, you can kind of do 3 different searches to show them 3 different.
Circus.
Especially
Ballpark,
knowing
yeah.
the market as
Exactly.
it is, and with the information you shared with us yesterday morning, because it's interesting when they say, well, I want this and this and this in this house, and you go, okay, but I can only spend $200,000. And it's
Exactly.
like, oh, all right, then let me show you
So-
on that budget what is available.
And it's a happy
Yes.
way to respond,
Yes.
instead of being like, ooh, that's never gonna work.
it's like-
You know, you can be like, okay, that's fantastic. How about I do this for you? I'm gonna go ahead and set up a search for exactly what you're looking for.
Yep.
And that way, anytime that comes available, you'll be the first person to know.
Mhm.
I'm also gonna set up a search for any of the other homes I think might be decent in the price point you're looking for. But I'm also gonna set you up with a search that literally has every item you're looking for. But I'm not gonna put a price point on that, so that way you can truly see what things are really going for that have everything that you want. You know,
Okay.
and word it however you want, but try to phrase it positive, so they're not being ridiculous with their price point.
And then you can know more about it.
Yeah.
But I don't
Market
wanna
knowledge,
set
market
them
knowledge,
up because,
exactly.
I mean, you're looking at, a $450,000 home
Yeah.
and stuff, which is just absolutely gorgeous, but it's like, there's no way.
Okay.
So, I mean, can I put a little bit of reason? I mean, I
Sure.
want,
Yeah.
Well, that's where the separate descriptions come in handy.
Okay.
Each search has its own description.
okay.
Right? So this is every home that comes as close to your criteria under 250.
Yeah.
This is every home that fits your criteria to 100%. This is everything that fits your criteria 100% with no price point on top.
Okay.
Just 3 different great searches for them.
I'm not finding the training Wi-Fi.
Oh, we got the new
It says
Uh,
new
admin.
one.
So do admin and then it
It's
should
Molly
be Molly
2004.
2004.
Okay.
Yeah, this week they replaced our modem.
Well, I
Cat
agree
one.
that the more information somebody has about what
I
they're doing,
think
the better
so.
decision they'll make.
If
Absolutely.
not, you'll know.
And they can make
Right. We'll have to try it
an
twice.
educated decision will allow them to choose to spend less,
So I
but
can
get a,
print now?
Do you
get a home
want,
that
can we heat
fits.
that up
Yeah.
for
Or
you?
if they want to truly spend more to be
Okay.
that, or if they happen to get lucky and get that one right in the middle, they'll see the value. Exactly.
And you did what they wanted to do, found them a home they wanted.
You-
Exactly.
So it's better than saying no every time, because
I
nobody wants
just
to or
totally
something like that.
forgot.
Exactly.
about this.
And that's where so many people just immediately you hear, okay, you want all that for 2, and they immediately just like, you're ridiculous, that's never gonna happen. But this offers alternatives, keeps the
Right.
conversation going, and will hopefully allow them over time to see the truth.
Right, well, you're ridiculous could be an accurate response, but it doesn't help them.
Exactly. All right, what planet are you living on?
But you
So,
know, the other
yeah.
thing that I didn't realize, especially when you're looking at what they've been looking at, and especially they've been looking for a while, for them to see all of the closed deals that they could have made offers on
Yeah.
because they weren't able, yeah.
Yeah, so what we did was, I used an example of one of my clients, this guy Jason, right? He ideally wants a full RV setup on the side of his house. So he's looking for a larger lot, but ideally has power, sewer hookups, and a place that they could fit. I think his parents have an RV and he wants them to be able to stay, right?
Okay.
But those are few and far between. So as long as it has an RV gate, he can live with it. So what I did was that I set him up with the portal, right, in general, and then he has a subscription for everything that fits his perfect home to a T, right, including the RV setup and everything. But he has a second search setup, which has the more basic options available, so that way if anything else, you know, he can see truly what's available. We were talking about why that's important, because he didn't ask me to set up the other one. I just wanted him to have other options. Come to find out, the one that he ended up liking, going to see, was labeled RV gate, but I don't even think the agent knew they had hookups. So we walked in and it's like, that's a full, like, what is it that the RVs need? I suck at
pad?
amps, whatever the amps are that it needs to
Like the
run.
30?
Yeah, 30 amp. It had that, and then it had the little sewer out right there next to the pad. I don't even think the agent knew to look for it.
Oh.
So because we actually had the RV gate set up, not RV garage, he actually found one that had the full, and he was very happy with it. Unfortunately, they ended up getting like 8 offers on the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
other
So-
people wanted to.
Yeah, lots of people wanted that one. But a great example that you're going to run into a lot is champagne taste on a beer budget, okay? And how you can handle that properly without poo-pooing them, making them feel bad or anything is the best thing, okay? It's very common for people to want a deal. That's not bad. Everybody wants a deal. We have to just help them realize that what a deal is. And the best way to do it is to show them what the market really calls for. You know, if you want the 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,000 square feet, pool, 3-car garage, here's what they cost. You know, if you want everything for $250,000 like you're wanting, here's what's available. You know, but we're gonna do the search right here in the middle in case that ever does happen. You're gonna be the first person to know, and we're gonna jump on it. You know, and so one person asked for one search, but we provided them with several. Right, kind of going above and beyond. And what's really cool is that when you actually are in your contact manager and you click on View Portal, it shows up like this, okay? And this really throws people off because they don't truly know what's available. So it doesn't hurt if your clients have time to kind of walk them through the portal a little bit, if possible. That's what the one MLS guy was kind of saying, more education about it. Portal menu, click on that. You can see everything that happens. So newsfeed, this is everything that's kind of new, changed, whatnot, right? Then you have, oops, come back over. Okay, then you have his searches. You can have 30 searches set up for one person. You know, like Joel, one of my great investors, I had every neighborhood he bought a home in, I had him set up for comps on it. So he had like 8 different searches for comps. Then he wanted his active search, anything he's really looking for. So we had multi-units, 4plexes, and houses all fitting different criteria, right? So there's a lot of different things that you can kind of do to help stay in front of them, to help them behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So, and then the other benefit of the portal is that, look at all this, you can see everything. So this is every single email I've sent him and comps, different things that, like literal just emails, have nothing to do with automatic searches, and then anything he saved, hidden, stuff like that. So, portals are amazing, okay? All right. Any thoughts, questions on those things?
Cool down.
Cool.
Somehow I,
So I put in my examples a desired home unlimited budget, desired home within budget, same neighborhood alternatives,
Mhm.
and just budget.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
You-
start, and then you can go out from there.
Yeah, you have, for example, some high schools. Well, high schools, middle schools, and elementary schools. They all range, right?
Yeah.
So you have a lot of people that want to move based on a school. Okay. Now, school districts like Deer Valley, for example. Once you get into the nitty gritty, you know that they offer variances to almost everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
School district?
Yep. And so, obviously, they would want to be as close to the school as possible, but knowing that they would still be able to move outside the literal boundary, but stay in the same school, can stay in the same school, is very valuable too.
Yeah.
So that's another A/B search. Prime school, right there, will still allowed to be going to that school. Yeah. All right. Okay, so next, let's do some creative searching.
What does pickleball mean?
Pickleball.
It is a new sport. It's
Yep.
not really new.
It's basically
It's-
small court tennis with a wiffle
Increasingly
ball.
popular.
Oh.
Do they actually use badminton rackets or do they actually use?
I just pretended like I knew what it was, Josh.
Yeah, it's played on like a tennis court, but I think it's using the smaller area of the court, and it's played with a wiffle ball. And all I know is that when I broke my wrist and I was in physical therapy in Surprise, every other person in there was an active adult with a pickleball injury. Wow. These people get into it and they're diving, and I mean it's a competitive. And
Yes.
I'm assuming he's a competitor.
Yeah, he's a high school gym teacher, retired high school PE teacher.
Oh my gosh, that's
Very
Yes.
cool.
I
Oh.
did. I got him. Well, his Facebook was in there, so I went in there and I sent him a message and a friend request, and he added me. And then so I've just been texting him through the weekend, saying, "Oh, it's nice to put a name with a face," and
That's
so he
so
started communicating directly with me.
Uh-huh.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You should call it injury ball.
Yeah, seriously. Everybody had broken wrists from it because they were diving and stopping themselves. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay.
Like that was a purple banana or something, Michelle.
Yeah. No, pickleball exists, mother.
It's
Right,
it's a-
right.
My buddy Kevin is the youngest person I know that plays it on a regular basis. And I think he actually has to travel to active adult communities and stuff to play.
Oh,
for the
you
most
mean
part.
to old folks' homes? Come on. They
So
should
funny.
be.
Was it walk in and say, who wants
We
to
know
take me out?
better.
Yeah, he likes being a young whippersnapper. You know? So, when it comes to searching, this is where just have fun, be creative, because there are so many different ways the MLS can actually put stuff. And when in doubt, fall back to a couple different things. So first and foremost, add a search to the field there on the bottom left. So if we type in fitness, for example, here's nothing comes up.
Gym
Yep.
or,
So if we type in gym, yep.
Oh,
Rec.
So, yep. So
Rec,
rec,
yeah.
clubhouse rec. See, so you have to go down the list of what you think it might be, right? And this is kind of where we went to, for example, this is my favorite example, right? You have lake subdivisions, right? But when you get down into it, you have waterfront property. You don't have a lakefront property, you have waterfront property.
You could be on a canal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want something on the water, you're not searching lake, you're searching water, you know? So knowing these subtle differences and how you learn them is to just play and get used to it, right?
Right, see their vocabulary.
Exactly. So a fun one too that you end up having to do several different searches, and this is where getting creative is really cool. Okay, so best one. I want a casita or a guest house for my mom. Okay? Let's have some fun with this. So holler out some stuff that we can type in.
Casita.
Casita? Okay, so yep. Casita will show up. At least it should.
I
Hold on.
thought I gave you casita.
Separate, separate.
Guest house.
Yeah, or mother-in-law.
Okay, separate guest house. Okay, so we'll do this one, right? And let's just say, for example, they're not being very picky. Oops. Oh shoot, I hate it when I do that. Okay. I slid with my fingers too much. Okay. So let's say their basic house in general, let's say they want a basic 3 to 4 bedroom, 2 bath. They want the main house to be less than 2,000 square feet. They definitely want it to be a 1-story. I'm trying to narrow this one down pretty good. 2-car garage, and then they want it to have a pool. Okay. Because there's not going to be many of these.
It's the 4-2, did you say?
Yeah. Okay, so total of 319 homes to begin with, okay? So the moment we type in guest, and we do a separate guest house, let's see what happens.
Oh,
One. Okay, so what would we do? We come in here and snag that one, because it's the only one that fits their criteria to a T on the surface, right? So now that we have that one selected, we can come back in, and let's get rid of the separate guest house. And let's type in a couple other things. So we tried, let's try mother, because sometimes people do that. No, no mother.
mother-in-law.
Okay. Did you see the separate entrance?
Yeah.
Where was it? Separate, other rooms. Guest quarters, separate entrance.
Oh, okay.
Right? So some people would be happy with that. Separate workshop. Oftentimes workshops can be converted as well, right? So it probably wouldn't hurt to check all these ones out too.
Yeah, because you know, those casitas in the later years were an option on the third garage.
There you go.
Remember those?
Yep.
There's lots of those out
Yep,
there.
and surprise, that's where Molly's, her preschool, it was one of those that was converted to a preschool, exactly.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Yeah.
German.
That was a style
her.
there in the.
Yeah,
Early
very
eight-
popular.
yeah.
So here we go. So here's everything that has either a separate entrance or a workshop.
And
Oh.
it's all over the area.
Whopping 11 of them total, or 10 of them. So let's add those to the search, right? We'll come back and we could really pour through them all. I'm just trying to find a sample of stuff to even use right now.
And all of those are a better answer than no, you can't have that.
Exactly, exactly. Right, so then you have, okay, let's get rid of the exterior features. Okay, so then we have other rooms, whatnot. Can we think of any other things that might be options?
How about master bedroom down?
Or split.
You know, that's a floor plan too.
Well, this is a single story, so.
Yeah.
This is what?
These are all
Single-story
single
search.
story.
Yeah.
Oh, a single story,
Yeah.
okay.
What did you find?
Then how about,
I found workout facility. Not on topic with you, but in
Yeah.
yours. I can't find pickleball though.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where we're gonna come back around. Okay, so we're trying to think of all the real words and real searches that we can actually do, right? That's an actual item in the MLS. So we got, we searched guest, we searched casita, we searched,
Separate,
thought
search.
mother, it was one of them.
Mother-in-law?
In-law?
See, they're always updating this, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like,
how about staff quarters?
Staff?
No. Domestic quarters? No.
Yeah.
What do you call maids and butlers now
Well,
these
here's a
days?
guest house.
Service personnel?
Do
See, and
do
if
they
you-
get sold with property?
Huh?
Is that a thing?
Well, no, you'd
under
have butler's
contract, they will
quarters,
come with it
right?
For a while.
You'd have,
I don't.
honey,
What do you
So,
And a house that small?
yeah, it's not servants' quarters, staff's quarters.
servants'
it's,
quarters,
is it
I
servants'
thought.
quarters, something like that. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think that would be in here now.
When in doubt, too, you could also just pull up what it's under. So if you see separate guest houses under exterior features, pull up the exterior features
Oh, okay.
and see if any of the other ones fit its criteria. So, and if not, just get rid of it. So let's see, other rooms. So,
Covered parking?
I still have 65, I must be missing a parameter in here.
could be.
Did
Okay.
you put a price in?
No. No, just three to four bedrooms, 2 baths, under 2,000 square feet, 1
Single
story,
story.
2-car garage, and all the pools. Okay? So here's where now if you think
Now I
you've
got it.
exhausted all of your literal search functions, now here's where you type in the fun parts where you get remarks, okay? And the easiest way, if you know, is just to type in public, and public remarks will pop up right there. And this is what did the agent put in their little remarks section to try to sell this house. Now I can almost guarantee if you type in mother here, something will pop up. 319. Oops, I took it off, sorry. Oh no, nobody.
Nothing.
Yeah. Okay, so then let's type in
Oh, let's try
guest.
in-law there. Or teen suite.
There we go, guest got 18. Okay,
What
so
did you get?
when I typed in guest, it got 18. Now let's see if we type in house. 1. Okay, I wonder if it's one that we already got. Nope, there you go. So, guest house. Add one more. So silly. Let's see here. And this is where you just have fun with it, right? So, I mean, you can type in so many things just to see if anybody uses these words.
Oh, okay, here's one that I saw. Oh, you know we do have houses with basements here. Okay, and then, there was this one that hit the news where, a gal in Connecticut listed a house that had a dungeon.
Oh, nice.
Would that come up in here?
Okay, so now I'm going through, and this is
Oh.
so much fun. Yes. So, okay, I'm just going to do active, and then public remarks are public remarks. So yeah, let's see. EON? Not at the moment.
Not in Arizona.
No active dungeon homes.
We don't have any basements.
There's a few, not many.
Let's see.
Basements.
Different things like.
Yeah, there-
Do you want to say though? Well, let's see. That was just.
What would be a big something that somebody would write in? For example, oh, man cave.
Ah, very good.
She should.
She shed.
She shed.
65. There you go.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Nice.
So have fun, right? And this is where under public remarks, I think this is where I typed in pickle.
Never thought about that. Okay.
And this is where total 173 showed up with pickle. And then I just
Really?
did an area search for the northwest section right there.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I sent you.
Okay. So you didn't do pickleball.
No, I didn't.
Just
Well,
that.
I just typed in pickle in
Yeah.
general. Yeah.
So less is more possibly? Or,
Usually when it comes to the MLS, yes. That's what I found.
okay.
And overall, I can tell you a bunch of these communities. For example, Happy Trails, that's the really, really nice RV park in the far northwest valley. It has a basketball court. I mean, it has a really nice golf facility.
Oh, and I didn't think about that because I told her, I said, what about Leisure World or
Yeah.
some of these other places that
Yeah.
may have that?
Yep. Sun Village. This is the community I specifically mentioned because it's tiny.
Ah.
And it has this tiny little 18-hole par 3 golf course, and it is pristine. And they have this restaurant there, but their fitness facility, it's incredible. And on the affordable side, because it's a smaller community. So, a huge fan of Sun Village. And talk about casitas, they're one of the few that actually have the casitas. And that's who I sold, was an artist who, he needed his room to face the right exposure, and it did. It was wonderful. Yeah, Sierra Verde Condominium, Sun City, Sun City West, Sun Village, yep, Westbrook Village. Oh, Vistancia, Traditions. Traditions holds the,
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure they had the big tournament, pickleball. It was like the regional or the country, I mean, it was the big one a year or two ago.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even know how to find a pop-up market. Let's hold a pickleball field.
I mean, it's bad enough that what is it, the winter sports has,
If
what do you
he's-
call that one where you sweep it?
Curling.
Curling, yeah.
Yeah. If he's looking for one of the nicest communities to be in, Trilogy, hands down. If he could find a decent home in Trilogy, it's one of the best. It's newer, it's nicer. It is legitly active adult. It's not Sun City classics, stereotypical Sun City by any means. It's inside Vista on tap.
Trilogy West. Okay.
Here's this Vista Pinnacle.
Anywhere that they're looking, they're going to be
Westwood
paying,
Village.
except for Sun City.
Yeah. He's
Portobella's fine.
he's at he maxes at 270. He said.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's the thing. So like
Right.
right here, 280 Meadow Park, anything Sun City West. Yeah.
So.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's the thing.
I'm just spinning.
Now, what Josh was sharing with us just a little bit earlier before you came in, is that when you're creating the search specific for what exactly he's looking for, to create like another search that actually shows
Other
what
comparable
other-
properties
other
without the
properties-
prices.
well, no, it would be more pricey, but to create like another portal that actually shows him what is available.
You have
And-
the perfect search, which
Yeah.
is what you can do. Absolutely. Okay. Oops. I just see that. Now, depending on what you know about him, okay, and we're coming out of ignorance, so you know his details, right? But let's say he just wants to ideally spend less than 280, but he can theoretically spend more, right? Understandable, many people would. So you can do one like up to, like not exorbitant, but maybe up to like 325, right? And
Just
then
to
you
show
can do
him what's
others that may not have
available.
pickleball listed, but have the fitness center or the rec center. And then you can do another search for, specifically everything in Westbrook Village, since he knows he likes Westbrook Village.
I have that.
You know?
one, Yeah.
Yeah, so no matter the price, just a generic Westbrook Village, this way he knows everything for the community. So one client, 4 different searches, all helping him in different ways. Market knowledge is market knowledge.
And so, did you recommend one goes on one day, one goes on another day, one goes on another day, one goes on another day, or are you gonna hit them with 4 emails every day?
It's whenever they become available. That's why you want to narrow down your portal to the right grouping to begin with. If you have less than 20, they're only going to get maybe an email a week, if that, because there's just not enough sample. If on the portal there's over 60, yeah, they're probably going to get an email every single day. That's why 30 to 40 is what I found to be good. They'll get a couple updates a week, and it's a small enough search that really is pertinent and poignant to them.
Well, the other thing that I found, because I've got like a couple, they're not exactly sure where they want to live. So they say, could you please do Mesa? Could you
Perfect.
do Glendale?
Yep.
And so I do have those different areas, and that, probably between all of them, they're getting between 30 and 40, to look at. But they are every day they're on the site looking
Yeah.
and stuff. And so I just want them to see what's out there.
Yeah, so for example, like just to kind of, I'm not going to save it, but to show you what you can do with this one. So all I did is type in 280 and pickle, okay? And it has 12, and then in that northwest area, right? So you can just literally come up here, save this one, okay? And as you know, when you get done with the search, you can save them, you can send them that list. So it's up to you if you're going to go that far,
Okay.
right? But for this one, search name, Paul Pickleball search under 280. Oops, sorry. Under 280. Dang, my 2's not working. Okay, there we go. All right. And then I say these are all the active homes in your desired area under 280,000 that have pickleball listed in, their thing, right? Their description. Okay? So then you just do it, and then you add new or whatever, right? So new, actually let's go existing on that. Who's who's not using theirs? Okay, so, and then you add a subscription, right? Okay, and you have it set up. So up here, I would just say Paul, right? And then over here, I would designate this the pickleball search, right? Whatever the main topic is of this one. That way when he gets these updates, I see which one it is, and we're good, right? So that one's good, and then you can choose to email him or not, right? Then you come back and then you tweak it, whatever. So let's say, let's do, what was the other thing? You said fitness?
Workout.
Workout facility is what it said.
Okay, so let's go, let's say gym. Okay, so that's only one right there that says gym. And then you can actually put in a few. So you can say fitness, workout. And then it'll actually pull up options. Okay, so you can type in a bunch of words at once. So view results, okay? This one, since it has 14, we got 12 from the first one or whatever, or however many. And so this one you can pull up and boom. And then save this one separately. Right? And so,
It's Paul's Pickle with Jim.
So this one will be exactly. So
J-I-M.
Paul, and we'll just call this the gym search, right? And these are all the active homes in your desired area with a
pickleball and a workout
gym,
facility.
fitness, other recreation. All right, and was this in his price range? I think it was under 280K, right? And then this one existing, right? So this one you're just doing a new search, and then we'll add it to Paul again. Oh, Alan. Sorry, I forgot. But Alan's one of my old clients, and this isn't active anymore. So
Right, so it just goes into cyberspace somewhere.
right? So then you just save and add that subscription. And so now you just change it up and you say, you know, Paul, and then you do Jim, right? And so now that we do this,
Sending it to Alan, but that's okay.
yeah, no, I used Paul as my example, and then I just chose Alan as my guinea pig email address. So, all right.
Yeah, because you can't just email anybody willy-nilly, you have to have them in your contacts.
So over here now, when we come over, we could go to Alan, all right, or theoretical Paul. Okay, and we go to his portal.
Okay.
Now you could actually see. Oh shoot! I forgot I turned it off. Dang it! Yeah.
Did you add the active account?
I needed to turn it
You
off.
haven't used the portal, so.
There we go. All right. Now I wonder if I wonder how long it takes before it'll show up. We'll see.
Like that.
Woot! That was like immediate. That's cool. Okay. There you go. Paul Gym search. Paul Pickleball search.
Okay.
Instantly. Right? And then yeah, this is Alan's search from years ago. So yeah, look at this. 70,000. That's hilarious. If only those were the prices today. Look at that. 2,000 square feet for 130 grand. And it expired. That's hilarious. Notice what it starts off with, 300. We're in the what, sixes now?
595,
Yeah.
596, we're out there now.
Yep. So yeah, that was in 2009, I'm pretty sure.
Good heavens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the year after the crash.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn this one off so he's not gonna get bugged. And again, and we're good. So, alright, so any questions, thoughts on creative searching?
Just means you can have fun with it.
Yeah, yeah. And the more searches, the better. The more market knowledge, the better. The more value you can provide, the better. Absolutely. Don't, obviously, if they're saying I want 250, don't send them $500,000 homes. If they're saying they want a 1,500 square foot home or a 2,500 square foot home, you know, try to put
Stay-
boundaries
stay
on
within
it
what
within
they're
reason.
worth, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, otherwise they'll get overwhelmed anyway.
Yeah, set up to 300. You might as well be 2 million. It's all good.
Yeah, if they want you to expand your search, you can always do that.
It's just a matter of creamer zeros.
Oh, I wanna see
All
that,
right.
I wanna see if the she shed comes out.
Oh, nice. I bet somebody's using that term now. All right.
Yeah, I think now it's a thing.
When you
Someone
searched,
put down
did you type gym and workout under public remarks?
You can do
Also?
public remarks. Yeah, exactly.
Is that where you went though?
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
public remarks and then you have private remarks.
Semi-private, and then I
Well,
saw semi-private.
semi-private don't really use, not many people actually use that one.
Okay.
Private remarks are what we agents use, and that's literally the private stuff. Public is public. Semi-private is that weird one that they added, which I don't know what would be semi-private.
Gray area.
No, she should.
Are you a 21 or over? Can you? I really don't know what what that one's really used
Yeah,
for.
people need
Call me
passwords to
ignorant.
get in.
Yeah. This used to be a. Yeah. Okay. So.
Well, it's been an old reliable, they're not changing it, are they?
For MLS.
For what?
Armless isn't gonna change their flex, right?
Oh, I doubt it. Not anytime soon. I don't know how long they go off contracts. I really don't know how long this contract is for.
Yeah, and so what's beautiful here is now we can go to transaction desk right from the MLS and report things. It's beautiful. One question I always had about the MLS is they never gave me feedback on mail whether it went through or not. You know how Google, I sent an email to a lead and it came back with an error message that said this email is not accepting emails.
Yeah. Okay.
This address is not accepting emails. So it was like an error message and I knew that that email didn't get through.
So you don't get that
But
on MLS?
we don't get that in here. There's no seeing our outbox.
You don't know if it went there or not?
Well, you can see the emails you've sent.
How?
In general though, but how can you? I'm not sure if there's a way to tell on the surface if an email is good or not. I don't know how to check that.
Good question.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you can see everything because, for example, under it's over here. Menu. Because that's one of the things you can have is all the emails you actually my sent emails. There you go.
Where is it?
It's under your generic menu over here, and then down under contacts.
Oh, beautiful. I could have read it, huh?
Yeah, hit it.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I don't know if it went
And then
through.
in each client, you can actually go in under the contact manager, and it'll list every single portal update, subscription, whatnot. And but I don't know if it actually has. For example, okay, so if we go into who's somebody that I know is not active anymore, good.
These are manuals. These are subscriptions.
She, Alright. Yeah, it doesn't, unfortunately, yeah, I don't know how it would tell you for a fact if it's good or, if it's a good or bad email. I don't know. But you can just take comfort in if it's not valid, it just won't go through, I guess. I would have thought you would have gotten an email response back,
Right, like you do at Google,
well, to your Google account or something like that. I would have thought.
but
'cause-
not from MLS. I've never known it
Interesting.
to tell me it didn't go through,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that might be a good question. So, check me on that one. Okay. So just a couple things that I wanted to show you guys. Kind of sticking with the portal idea, giving you guys great content, and it's Michelle and I talked about this a little bit the other day. But you'll definitely want to do it for several different reasons. Okay. So for example, how many of us have clients right now that would love a single-family detached home for under 200,000? that's at least 3 bedrooms. Oops. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and let's say at least 1,500 square feet with a 2-car garage. Okay?
Do you want to play a search?
And then in here, okay, so there's a total of 137 left. And let's just say we focus on this area here. Okay? So
What's that?
chances are we all have somebody that would love something like this, right? So would it make sense to set ourselves up with a portal and a subscription for said homes? That way when they do become available, we're the first people to know.
That would be great.
Oh, I like
Okay.
it.
Okay, that way every day you're the one that gets the thing and you know what to send out, right?
It makes
So
it sound smarter.
exactly, you're the expert. This is why. So I would definitely set yourself up with several of these. Okay, anything that fits some of your more popular searches, whether it's pool homes, affordable homes, homes in a certain neighborhood. Set yourself up so you know you're the expert, right? And then, for example, what I was showing her was over here you have your multiple ones, right? So you have your multiple dwellings, okay? And the way we keep track of investments is with the cap rates, right? So a great cap rate in this market is 8% or more, hands down. And right now there's only 15 of those listed. So I have a cap rate set for 5% or higher because that's reasonable and average and probably room for improvement. And then 8% because that's just a smoking good deal, right? So any of these are listed with at least an 8% return on your money. And you used to be able to do 10.
Where is that? What is that under? Status of active?
Well, this is actually under
Because he set it up
multiple
for
dwellings.
multiple dwellings.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in the
Yeah,
wrong
so on the
section.
top left, yeah, it's number 6. So yeah, 10%, there's only one total in Maricopa County right now. And it's in Welton. Are you guys gonna be driving by Welton, Arizona, Mom?
Sure. Where's Walton?
It's
Show me the
Old
map.
US 80 in Mabel. Or Maybell.
Pull up the maps. Where's it at?
Boop, boop, boop.
Where is it?
Wow.
Oh. On the other side of,
That is southwest.
that's over by, close to the Mexican
Yeah, it's-
border and
Yeah,
on the other side of Yuma. Wow, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
interesting.
Are they looking for one with a big fence?
Oh, it's
Maybe
before you get to Yuma. Okay,
Yeah,
I see.
It's on
I
your
see.
way to
Yeah.
Yuma. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so that definitely want to set up a few of those, whatever fits your client's criteria. You know, definitely. Okay, so once you actually have that, then you search for ads. So, for example, anything that fit that criteria under 200,000. So let me actually go here. I'll use this one since we're here. 8%. Okay, so the 8% cap rate has this one. Okay, so when you do these searches on a regular basis, this is what you could send out to your database, right? So let's say you have something set up in
Okay.
Constant Contact, or you have
Uh-huh.
something set up in Gmail, or whatever it might be. Simply email these to yourself. You get the link for the homes, okay? And then put that link in whatever else you need. So here I'll just put myself, Josh at Prep'em. And it really doesn't matter what you say because you're probably going to put it somewhere else anyway. So let's just say, investment email blast. All right, and then email it to me. Okay, and then over here, portal updates. See, this is what I get every evening.
Yeah, me too.
And a bunch of them. So 54 tonight, not bad. I like to get at least 50. That means getting. So, all right. So our emails. Inbox. Okay. Since how come it's not showing up here? Did I not send it properly? update. There it goes. Okay. So, oh, I didn't change the title. This is what the only thing you have to watch out for when you set up your templates is make sure you do remember to change the names inside of them. I've done that several times. People get called Lonnie a lot.
Yeah, right?
Alright, so, and the different links, you can do different things. Okay, so this link up here, when you click on it, so you get the email, right? And you have this, so you can literally take this email and forward it, and just change the title, change whatever you want, and just keep that link in there. Or, you could actually go over here, and it gives you the full one, okay? And you can copy that one, and actually put that link into whatever you want. And not to overwhelm you, but there's...
How did you get to Gmail? How did you get to Gmail from here?
I emailed it to myself. I emailed
Oh,
it
I'm
to
sorry,
myself.
then you
He's-
jumped over
he's
there. I
set
thought it was
himself up.
somehow connected,
Yeah.
sorry.
Nope, I just emailed it to myself.
Okay.
And then you have options from there. You can either take the link, like email, and actually, if you have an under your people contacts, if you have a group of investors or clients set up, different searches, you can just blast it out there. Or you could actually just open up the link and steal that link there. And use that. That's what you could put into constant contact or anything like that. Not to overwhelm you, but there's a site called Bitly. And Bitly is it's a free
URL.
exactly, and it's free. Okay,
Yeah.
you literally just type it in, or not even type it in. You just copy and paste it. Okay, see how it's that huge link, and it comes out that, and that's what you send to people, and that's what you can put into like Facebook, Instagram, and that's that short, cute URL that is easy to use. Yeah. Okay. And then you send out whatever, check out the top 15 best deals in the Phoenix area, even though this is a Phoenix area per se, Are you looking for at least an 8% return? Check these out. A bunch of cool stuff. Look at all these homes for under $200,000. There's a lot of great blasts you can send out to people, right? And the better organized you can keep with your leads and tagging them. So, for example, in Real Leads, once you know somebody's looking at homes under $200,000, you can tag those people as under $200,000 buyers, and then you can come back and export that search of under $200,000 buyers. It's all these little details that take time to set up, but you will get the benefits and rewards from doing it. And try to set it up on a schedule. Every month you can set up a top 10 best deals, top 10 investments. These are regular ads you can actually send out. Part of your marketing campaign, part of your 18 touches, your 33 touches. You could be the monthly expert. I had one guy, because I kept getting all these listings in Peoria, so I just kept sending stuff out in Peoria, and he messaged me on Facebook. He's like, "Thank you so much. I used to live in Peoria. You're keeping me so updated on everything going on. I love it." It's just cool, you become that. So, alright, so searches for ads. Okay, just a reminder, because we did this one pretty quick last time, okay? So they love, the MLS has made it really, really easy to do some advertising on the social networks, so try to get in the habit of it. Let's just say here, let's see, 150, 100, single family, Peoria, 3 bedrooms. Okay. That's crazy. So there's literally none?
Wow.
Wow.
Why, did you ask for a pool?
No.
No.
Single
What do you
family,
think?
3-bedroom.
In Peoria.
Yeah.
Oh, in
Shoot,
Peoria.
Christmas, yeah. So let's say between 150 and 200, there's 5.
just shows you how American is.
Yeah.
Really.
You put one in Tempe, you'll get a lot of hits.
Okay. So, yeah, live.
I'll check Glendale.
Okay, so what we can do is you've got the share button and get in the habit of using these, okay? And I always get confused if it does the single home or the actual search if it's not all clicked, but just for the sake of right now, we'll just pick this one here, okay? Because it is literally the most it's the most affordable home in Peoria right now. And then you could simply pop on Facebook and send a blast out to every single person. Once it's in Facebook, and we're going to go one step further. The most oops, I can't type.
Cool. Easy. Cheapy.
Okay, so check out the most affordable home in Peoria right now. Who's looking for a great deal? Okay, and then if you can, tag everybody. All right, the more people you can expose it to, the better. So tag all your friends. So for example, you know, Charlotte, and then Michael, because it'll go out to all their friends. Any of your investors. I don't know. Am I friends with anybody on Facebook? I'm terrible.
On what?
Am I friends with you guys on Facebook at all? So I know I got like Fred.
You know what? I don't even think
I don't
you're my
think so.
friend.
I am. I saw my mom.
On
So
Facebook.
it's kind of ouch.
Yeah,
All right.
I
see-
think I've invited everybody, and then I find out I haven't, and it's like, no.
Alright. So, okay, so we're gonna go ahead, and this is where you can share it to your newsfeed or your story or whatever you want. Okay, so I'm gonna actually share it to both because I'm just a pain in the butt like that. And post. Okay? So once it posts, this is where you're gonna take it that one step further to be that awesome, awesome agent. Okay? So we go into Facebook. Where's Facebook? Over here. And find my most recent post. Oh, there it is. Oh, oh. Okay, so share. This is where you have as much fun as possible befriending every single person you could possibly imagine. So, for example, we're going to go to a group, and let's say these are all the groups we have. So Phoenix area homes, Arizona real estate homes for sale, AZ homes for sale, homes for sale in Phoenix Metro Valley, all Phoenix homes for sale, Dream Home. These are all different groups you can share to for free.
Okay.
And you'll get all the inquiries. Okay? And Facebook will only let you, they're kind of particular, so you used to be able to go at once and blast out to like 40 different groups. Now you have to go one by one, so it takes time.
Okay.
But
Do you have to follow the group?
yeah, you have to become a member of the group.
So you have
They
to
can do
research all the groups.
You just, I literally, my research is finding anything pertaining to home sales that has like at least a couple hundred people in the group.
Okay.
You know, you have your Craigslist group that has 50,000 people. You have all kinds of big groups out there.
Okay.
Yeah, my groups are like born and raised in San Francisco.
I belong
You
to
know?
I belong to the Instapot community.
See that house on Madison. It's under
That's
a
my
tree.
group.
It's a treehouse. That'd be funny.
That's that house on Madison, it's under a tree.
All right, so
You can't see.
all that makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Now, one last thing I wanted to do, since it's kind of affiliated with MLS, but it's not,
Monsoon.
and that would be
Yeah.
Monsoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is where talking about trying to find just if you're going to be doing an open house, for example, you're going to be taking up farming. You really want to target so many different varieties of people. This is where you do it. Now, this is only part of the process because you get an address, you get a name, and if you're willing to go knock on a door or do mailers, that's beautiful. But it's not going to give you the phone number or email, so you're going to have to bounce this information against a scrubbing program, okay? And that's where that one comes in. Or you can actually kind of use Cole to offset it too, but Cole's not meant to do it that way. Cole's meant to do the searching inside of Cole. They could do lookups, but it's not going to give you as much information as some of the other companies will. Okay. So under tax search, MLS search, foreclosure search. This right off the bat. How many of you have done foreclosure searches yet?
No, I haven't done what?
Exactly.
Not it.
Exactly. Right? There's so many tools at our disposal. It's so hard to follow up with them. So auction date, right? Let's say we want to take anybody who's going to auction between tomorrow and the end of the month. Okay? And search. There are 246 properties going up for auction in the next week. Okay? So right off the bat, we can unfortunately market to these people for a number of reasons. Who knows why it's getting sold, right? A lot of these could be commercial. We haven't narrowed down anything yet. We just wanted to see who else going up for foreclosure in the next week.
All
right?
you did was set a date range for
Yep.
the first one.
Exactly. All right. And so you can see like some of these, if it's a zero, a lot of them don't have minimum bids in there just yet or the pricing. So for example, if you come into the first one here, you'll see on the left-hand side that you'll have the mortgage amount, but there's no opening bid set just yet. That's not to say that there isn't going to be one, they just don't have it set just yet. Okay? But you see the balance is 267, and they're going to try to get as close to that as possible. That's always, the general auction stuff. You got the notice date it's going up for. And what are some ideas? What are some things that can be done with foreclosure people, for example?
Find the next house.
Try to sell their house before it goes up for auction. I mean, the next week there's not much you can do, right? If you have investors that are looking for great deals, they could potentially come in and buy these houses cash, potentially, and help these people out. You could do leasebacks. There's a lot of great investment options to help people legitimately. You're going up for foreclosure, what's a good option that works for you? What if we do $800 a month for right now, at the end of 12 months, we can bump it up to $1,200, and there's lots of different things, Unfortunately, you could go further out and then try to sell their house. So I wouldn't do the week out, but yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you really want to get nitpicky about it, let's take this out. Usually, they're good for about 3 months. So if you really go out besides August, or September, it's not going to be that accurate, pretty much. But now you could get even like more narrowed down. So for example, Arrowhead Ranch. Let's say you're the neighborhood expert. There you go. There's one person going up for auction in the next few months in Arrowhead Ranch. So this would be a good person that has enough notice that you might be able to help them out, sell their home, do whatever it might be, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a quick foreclosure. It's very straightforward, very good to use. Okay, now let's say you're going to actually do some farming. Okay, there are so many different ways to go about this, but subdivision name is hands down the easiest. So let's just say you want to go ahead and farm Arrowhead Ranch.
So we're going into MLS or quick search or tax now?
Just regular tax.
Okay.
Okay. And this will pull up, and this is like if you're going to farm in general, this will give you an idea how many homes are in the neighborhood. Okay? And then you can bounce this off of how many sales they had in the last year to find out, is this a good neighborhood to even farm in? 4,000 sales should have close to 200 sales in the year. 5%. So that's how you do it. If it had 2 sales last year, that's not a good farm. And so you can go from there. There's a lot of great smaller neighborhoods that have 40, 50 homes, but you can only expect so much from one of those neighborhoods. Okay, so let's say you got this. Now let's have some more fun. You really want to target and look for somebody who might be willing to list. What's some criteria that you might want for somebody who's ready to list?
They've owned it for 2 years anyway.
2 years, or would you, let's say 4 or 5?
5 years
Yeah.
at least.
Considering
Yeah.
2 years isn't bad, not bad at all, but 4 years would be even better. Yeah.
They've built some equity and.
So are you
Okay.
scrubbing through the data for that, or you can put it in the search?
You put it in the search. That's the thing. So I was just kind of waiting to see what everybody was going to say. So sale
I'm
date.
sorry.
So minimum. And this is where I get it backwards. So forgive me. I might have this the other way around. So let's say we're going to take it back to, let's just 215.
Did you say people move on average every 5 years?
In Arizona, that's your average person.
Okay.
Yeah, 5 to 7 years.
We're not usual, honey.
Not selling it last year.
There we go. Okay, so those people bought at least, okay, so I did it backwards. Okay, so we want the people that purchased since then. See, I always do that in this one, my bad. Sorry about that. This is everybody who's purchased since then, not before then.
Oh,
My bad. Sorry about that. Alright, so January 2015. Okay, so we'll put that one here. And then we will take this one, and you can move this one to, let's just say, oops. Ooh, there you go. I didn't know you could do those groupings. Interesting. So let's go ahead from 2010 through, oops. Dang it. I always hit the wrong button. Oh, no. Okay. 2010, January 1st, 2010, and now search. I always want to save these instead of searching. I don't know why. I always want to hit the save button.
oh,
Yeah. Okay, so there you go. So there are a total of 659 people in Arrowhead Ranch that purchased their home between January 1st, 2010 and January 1st, 2015.
Now, just out of curiosity, it's showing the same property.
Yeah, that's.
Well, this was a bulk sale. Look at all those properties they bought.
Oh, good heavens.
Yeah, and you can narrow it down even more too, because you got property type. So you just come down here to single family residence, and that'll narrow down a bunch. There you go. Well, not a bunch, but it definitely narrowed it down a little bit.
Yeah,
And then-
usually when it's in the million part, that's the homeowners association that bought it in the first place, and they still own a little piece of property.
Or you have the
That
investors
record will
buying
stay
bulk
there.
sales. Yeah.
Right, so like 1,400,000 to LLC, whatever, that's actually the homeowners association.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, it gets passed to the homeowners association from the builder.
Absolutely. And then you can keep narrowing it down. So for example, we've got now single family residence, and now if you want, I only want to work with homes at least 1,800 square feet, but less than 3,000 square feet. And you can keep narrowing it down to however detailed you want. I only work with homes with pools. I only work with homes on the golf course. I mean, whatever you want.
there's your niche.
Yep. And you got their address, you got their names, you've got their purchase price, you've got so much.
I have to add. Yeah, I have to add something else. Like property type,
there's the
square foot,
kid.
what have you. Right?
I'm in Meredith State.
So definitely utilize monsoon when it comes to these things. You know, if you're gonna be doing an open
Yeah,
house.
it's much better than,
farming.
it's much better than, it's got much more information than the Maricopa County assessor.
Yep. And then if you really want to put it over the top, this is one of my favorite things in the world, because this is honestly why I love door knocking, especially in this market. Let's take that off. Let's take that off. We'll go here, and we'll go arrow and branch. We'll go off market. Let's go since 4. How many we got? 60. Oops. You know what? Yeah, don't even worry about the actives. Let's just go sold. There we go. Okay, so this is everything that's sold in Arrowhead Ranch in about the last 3 months, approximately. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick CMA. And specifically, oh, dang it, I hate it when it does that. Okay. Not just the one, I want all 33 of these. Alright, now do the CMA again. That's funny. Okay, so of these, the average sale was 98% of asking price. Okay? But you've got, well, we got several that went for 100% of asking price. Oh, this kind of threw a kink in my little plan. There's got to be at least, I would have thought at least one or two sold for over asking price, but look at this. Asking price, asking price, asking price, asking price. Darn. It's gonna burst my bubble a little bit. Almost every neighborhood has a home that has sold for over asking price, as of late. Because this is a higher, not higher, but a nicer neighborhood, they're just selling for at asking price, a lot of them.
So that improves your door knocking experience?
Yeah.
Because you can tell them about that.
Exactly, and if you want, you can take it one step further. You could frame the information to really pinpoint whatever you really want to look for. So, for example, if you went days on market, okay, and let's type it in, maxed it at 15. Let's see what shows up. 4. There you go. So you can print off this CMA, and here you go. All of these homes sold. It went off market in less than 30 days. Okay. Cumulative days on market is, wait, what happened here? Did I do it backwards?
Probably show more than 30.
It's only 4. Oh. I hate it when they do updates. Sorry, I didn't uncheck the last batch. My bad. Sorry about that. Okay, now we're dealing with just the 4. Just wondering what happened. So I get too much of it. There you go. So all of these sold in less than a week. Okay? And asking price, asking price, asking price. There it is! Over asking price. Well, no, they raised the price. But either way, they were able to raise the price and still saw it.
That's cool.
But there you go. See, if you knocked on that neighborhood and said that these 4 homes all sold in less than a week for basically full asking price in the neighborhood in the last couple months, we need more homes to sell. And then if you really wanted to compound that with a good neighborhood, and so you could just keep taking this as far as you really want. Active homes. This is where Arrowhead Ranch is probably not the best. Oh, there you go. There's only 4 active homes in Arrowhead Ranch in general. 4 active, and you have the 4 that sold in less than a week. Boom. Absolutely. Right. So, door knocking, open houses, hot market. I mean, there's a lot of great reasons to let neighbors know what's going on. So, yeah. All right, we're after 8, so you guys,